Hey guys, so I did not yet get a main channel video done, so I thought I'd get one done right now. To be honest, not even gonna lie, that literally just switched in my brain. I was literally so prepared to do a vlog channel video, and then it just switched, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do a main channel video now. Literally as I was recording. So today I decided one of the things I really wanted to talk about, because it just popped in my head not too long ago, and I think I'm gonna get more in depth about it with my personal experiences about it on my main or on my vlog channel. So if you want to check that out, I always link in the description below all of my videos, just as I do for this channel on that channel. But anyways, I do think it's really important to not obsess over signs that we receive, and that's the number one of what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, because I have that issue and I'm starting to lose it now, but I see it a lot, especially when people do become more awakened and aware, and whether they are their own psychic or they get psychic readings done. I've even done psychic readings for people, and this has been happening, and this is why I feel like it's so important, because it's like I offer free guidance, and I'm always going to be that way, and I'm always going to be that person, because in a lot of situations, people do not have the money to spend on psychics. Now, I do support that some psychics want to be psychics for their actual careers, but for me, it's not like that. For me, I really want to be there for people for free whenever they need me. And so that's the kind of person that I am, and that's what I do, and that's really important to me to share that with people. And so, but because of that, people can ask and ask and ask and ask, and technically, being a good psychic, I should not be allowing people to ask the same questions over and over and over again, or allow people to ask for so many readings in such a short amount of time, because realistically, you are given the guidance you are meant to receive at that time, and no more or no less, because unless you ask for it, but even sometimes when you ask for it, it's like you're not getting ignored, you're just not meant to know yet, and sometimes that happens. And if you want the best possible answers for you, you have to respect that, because some things need to happen naturally for you to even have the ability to understand them. So many times in my life, there have been times where I haven't actually fully understood the guidance I've been given, and then finally waiting for it, I did learn to understand it better. So it does change and it does shift, and we have to respect how it differs sometimes, and sometimes we don't get the answers we want, or sometimes we don't get the full answer, and that's fine too. And I talked about this in a little short kind of rantish video, although I kind of meant for it to be more, kind of on the more silly side of things, not so much getting angry with people, because it's not that I get angry, I just get frustrated when people do these things that I talked about in the annoying psychic readings that I've done for people, and that's also on this channel. Oh no, that's on my vlog channel. I forgot that I changed to the main channel video, and so you can check that out if you guys want to. And so it's really important to not obsess over signs. And so people that I do readings for example, will come back to me sometimes, and they'll be like asking the same question, and you can't do that. And that's why today I want to talk to you guys about that, because it's so important to not do that, because it just pushes what you want in your life away from you. And this doesn't go for just receiving guidance or any of that. It's also just in life in general. If you set a goal for yourself, do not obsess over it, because you put pressure on it. And when you put pressure on something, it's not fucking in such a good place, and it's not in a good place to manifest from, because you're putting so much pressure on it, which is also a form of resistance. So you're resisting its, explosion. You're resisting the explosive manifestation process that you're looking for in your life. You're resisting, you're putting pressure on whatever it is you want to manifest, and whether that's receiving guidance or actually trying to manifest something, or maybe even both. Like for me, it's both, and that can be sometimes the case. And so, but when you put pressure on it, it literally keeps it held down until you release that pressure. And sometimes manifesting things happens right away, and other times it doesn't. And again, you have to respect divine timing. And if it doesn't happen within the next year, I was taught, and I do actually hold this belief myself, but if it's happening slower than you want it to, start to look at why that could be. Are you creating resistance in any shape or form? And there are many shapes and forms of it, one which I just explained, but also holding negative beliefs is another thing that is going to stop you and prevent you from manifesting things. And if you let it continue, it could keep it from ever manifesting, right? And that's so important to recognize, because this is where a lot of people do not get what they want when they try to manifest things, and they look into like the law of attraction and whatever, but that's all they do. And that's why I really try to get so many people to watch my videos, because then they can learn everything through like one video, because I don't just leave it sit as trying to manifest something. I mention all of the extra important shit, so that if this is the only video that they watch, they get as much information as possible, so that there's no sort of like cliffhangers, and there's no surprise of something that they do not understand, in which makes them believe that something isn't working out for them. I try to cover as much as I can for people, because I know that I was one of the most stubborn people to teach in this area, but now that I've worked on myself enough mentally, and have worked so hard to release things that no longer serve me, now I am starting to really do these things naturally, and they really do change your life. It is slightly clickbait when people are like, oh, this will change your life forever, but it really does change your life forever. So it looks like clickbait from the scene, like, right? Just in the moment, it looks like clickbait. But when you start to actually develop these things and put them into your life, it's actually like, it starts to really change and shift your life and your perspective on things, which allows a whole new reality to be created for yourself. And so when you are trying to manifest things, I really just wanted to get it out there. Do not obsess over it, because if you obsess over it, you're creating resistance. If you put it on a pedestal, you're creating resistance. Do not think your life is just going to get better because of it. And I know that's an obsessive thought pattern, and that's just it. It's like, people are not always willing to try to get rid of these obsessive thought patterns that are keeping them from being able to manifest things. They just whatever and think that the ending is going to put the whole story together. It doesn't work like that. You have to work with the story for the ending to be the way that you want it to be. So it's really important to recognize that, and really important to pay attention to those things. And so if you are having constant obsessive thoughts about whatever it is, even like receiving guidance, if you get a message, if you get guidance, which I've also made videos on this channel of how to receive guidance, once you do receive that guidance, and you will always receive guidance, even if you don't get the answer to the question, you will get some sort of form of an answer that you need, okay? And so when you get those answers, work with those answers. Do not go against them. And even if you feel like you're just really excited about the answer, because some answers are exactly what you want to hear, but sometimes that's not such a friendly answer either, because then you really have to work hard to keep your cool. Do not obsess over it, because if you obsess over it, you push it away, right? Or it just stays exactly where it was. When it was this close to you, now you have that pressure to deal with in the middle. In other words, the resistance. And that's something that I'm really, really trying to conquer right now too. And that's what brought me to do this video, because I know a lot of people struggle with it too. And again, it's a simple thing to kind of mix up when you're doing the law of attraction. It's literally another simple step, but it also is quite difficult to do, but it's not talked about nearly enough. And so this is something that I really want to talk to you guys about, because it's really important to recognize these things. And I know that if I didn't recognize this and didn't learn about this, I probably would be giving up on this shit, because it does seem quite fake when you don't learn about all of it, because then you don't know everything that you need to be doing and everything that you should be focusing on to change your life and to make what you're trying to manifest actually manifest. And so, because things manifest for us all the fucking time, so we can't really say it doesn't exist, because even just as much as getting a fucking drink of water, you think about it, you take the action on it, you have it, right? You want to watch a movie, you think about it, you pick a movie, so you take the action, and then you watch the movie, and that's the outcome, right? So we manifest things 24/7. It's just a matter of not knowing when and knowing when. That makes the complications in the middle, the transition, a little bit more painful and uneasy for us because we don't know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. And again, if you receive the guidance, do take that guidance, but do not push and push for more guidance. And, sometimes it's not even so bad, but I don't recommend it at all because, I did that. For instance, with some of the things I'm trying to manifest into my life, but it did work eventually. But again, you're gonna put yourself through pain, really, mental and physical pain. You're gonna put yourself through a lot of fucking pain trying to force spirit to answer questions because here's the trick, you're still gonna have to fucking wait to hear your answer, which is not what you want to do, but you're going to have to wait. It's just a choice of if you want it to be a painful wait or a very easy going wait for you. And the easy going is something you should choose, because if you choose to get pushy with spirit and you choose to get pushy with what you're trying to manifest or the guidance you're trying to receive into your life, no, it's going to put so much pressure on you that it's going to become an obsessive way of thinking on its own, which is already creating obsession with whatever it is. And when you create that obsession, it creates resistance, and that is probably one of the hardest things to get yourself out of. I've been working on letting go of resistance and obsessive thoughts for the things I want to manifest or towards the things I want to manifest for at least 5-6 months, practically almost this whole year, I would actually say I've been working on that same thing. So it's been really brutal, not to mention, because it gets to the point where you almost make yourself so mentally ill that that's what it literally feels like. It feels like you're going mentally insane because you're just so obsessed with this outcome, so obsessed with this answer. At least that's how I driven myself. That's how far I took it with me, and that was not fun, and it wasn't great. No, I don't even get that bad anymore because I've come so far with it. And that's again why I'm making this video, so that you guys don't drive yourself down the same direction of obsession. You are going to receive the answers you need. So focus on that. And thinking about your desires isn't bad, but obsessing over it is a whole different story. You can definitely think about it and visualize it and all of that. That's safe. It's not going to create resistance, but do not get in the obsession as if then you're putting it first place on your list of things, and putting it on this pedestal, because then you're going to create that resistance saying that you're down here and it's all the way up here. It's not going to work. And again, it's really hard to do so, but you have to work on it. Because if you don't work on it, it's just going to grow and grow and grow and grow inside of you. And it's going to become a really much harder task when you do it like that. And like I said, for me, it is a very brutal cycle to not just accept the answers I was being given. And so that's why I'm telling you guys, if you guys ask for guidance, and like I said, I made a video on it, if you do want to try asking for guidance, anyone can do it. You do not have to be a skilled psychic to do it. All you have to do is clear your fucking head and accept whatever answer comes to you. And there's obviously more to it than that, but it's all in that video. So if you want to check it out, it's pretty recent, so you'll find it very, very quickly. I would say I will put it in the description, but I usually forget. So best bet is just to scroll for it. But, truthfully, just take the guidance you are given. Do not sit there and use logic against it. Do not, whether you get visuals or you get an answer, you hear something, do not judge it with logic, because logic is the killer of intuition. Logic is the killer of truth. That's probably going to sound kind of silly putting it like that, but some truths are so deep and intense that no facts can back it up. You have to actually see it for yourself to get the true facts about what it is, right? And so some guidance can seem really far-fetched and crazy, but you have to just take it as it is and leave it be. Do not fucking judge the fucking shit out of it. Don't ever do that. Take it as it is. Let it be what it is and accept it for what it is. Do not judge it with logic and just leave it as is. And if you want more guidance, it will come to you when you ask. And if it doesn't come to you when you ask, it will eventually, because Spirit knows that you want to know that, right? And even if you don't believe in Spirit or Spirit guides, or it doesn't matter who you believe in, whoever you believe in, the source of energy itself is going to show itself to you. So even that is just a higher version of your energy in which you are seeking guidance from is going to be coming your way, is really all it is. So no matter who you believe is bringing you that guidance, it's going to come to you. So even if it's just yourself, your higher self, so which again is just you on a deeper level of understanding. So it's going to answer those questions for you, and I hope that I answered some questions for you that maybe you guys have had and have been facing for a while. I just hope that I've helped you guys in some sort of way. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And I will also link my vlog channel in the description below this video.